Namaste, yogis. Welcome to my channel, Yoga with Penny. And today, just a wake me up flow, whether you're waking up in the morning or you're getting ready for a night out and you want to create a little energy in the body, and revitalize the prana throughout your body. It's just a little flow to help you through. So start out in child's pose, have a couple of knees, arms stretch overhead. Deep press the shoulder blades into the back ribs as you draw your heart closer to the mat. Hips towards the heels, fingertips, a little reach beyond the fingertips. Just take a couple of breaths and notice the quality of the breath in and out the nose. And there's no judgment. You're just seeing if it's smooth or a little rougher and jagged. Notice the body, any areas of tension in the body. Don't worry about those if there are. You're just noticing where you might have a challenge during your little flow today. And then pressing the third eye, the space between the eyebrows into the mat. Or if the forehead does not reach the mat, a block, start to rock the forehead side to side. Just massaging that point between the eyebrows. It can be very calming, although we want to energize. We want to calm enough to bring the awareness to the present moment. And find stillness here. And start a soft ujjayi breath now. In and out the nose, slightly constricting the throat. And continuing with that breath throughout your practice. Next time you inhale all the way up into a modified lion. Press the hips forward. Point the toes, draw the shoulders back and down. Heart presses forward so that that point of the bottom of the shoulder blades is pressing almost like it's giving a gentle press to the back of the heart. Pressing forward, stretching through the front body. Gaze neutral, nice soft drishti here. And back to your child's pose. As you exhale. And then just do that a couple more times. Inhale into your lion pose. If you want to do full lion, you can stick your tongue way out. Nobody's looking. And then exhale back into child's. And if you do stick your tongue way out, it really releases the jaw. It looks funny, yes, but it helps to release tension in the jaw. We hold so much tension there. So next time I do that, I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can also, as you stick your tongue out, bring your gaze towards the third eye. Some people make the lion sound when they do that. You can also do that. So this time, hold your modified lion and start to get into the hips by windshield wipering the feet side to side. You're going to feel a nice stretch through the inner hips. And you're on your wrists, you're on your hands, not your wrists. So make sure you're pressing deeply through the index finger at the base knuckle of the index finger, that bottom knuckle. And then spread the top four fingers. The thumb doesn't spread so wide. And then come back to your lion. And then back to your child's pose. Let's get a side stretch here. So walk both palms off the right side of the mat. Stretching through the left side body. Forehead to the earth. Come back to center and let's go to the other side. Come back to center. Come all the way up to all fours. Curl your toes under. Come into bear pose. So just lift the knees about an inch off the earth. Press your torso towards your thighs and stretch. So it's like a bear downward dog. And then slowly lengthen those legs out. Pedal the dog. One foot, one heel lowers as the other heel rises. Alternate. Let your head hang. Press those sit bones towards the sky. Root down through the palms. Again, especially through the base of the index finger. And each time you pedal the heel down, feel the center of that heel try to root into the earth. It doesn't have to touch, so don't force it. And then hold steady your dog here. Take a couple breaths, gaze between the ankles. Start to feel the whole back body open. Let's do some downward dog water wheels. So come up high on your toes as you inhale. Slide forward to plank pose as you exhale. Bend the knees without the knees touching the earth. Press the torso towards the thighs and then back into your downward dog. Let's do that 3 more times. High on the toes, slide out to plank pose. Pull the belly in, shoulders back and down. Bend the knees, press the torso towards the thighs and back into your downward dog. 2 more times on your own. Toes, plank pose. Bend the knees, back you go. And 1 more time. High on the toes, plank pose, bend the knees, and back you go. Beautiful. Come up high on the toes with an inhale, all 4s as you exhale. All right, so let's do some cycles of cat and cow. What's really nice here is to stretch the wrists, turn the fingers to face the knees. If that's not accessible, then keep the fingers facing front. So inhale to your cow pose. Feel that stretch through the palms if you have the fingers facing the knees. Shoulders back and down. And then exhale to your cat pose. Tuck the chin, dome the spine, press the earth away. And just do a couple more cycles of that. I'm going to go ahead and turn my fingers to face front now because they've got that nice stretch and it feels like it's enough. And I curl the toes under, toe squat. I know this can be intense, but it's so important to open the base of the feet, bring the shoulders up over the hips. You can always modify by taking a block or a pillow, a couple of pillows or a bolster under the knees. All right. So from your toe squat, take the fingers, interlace them, turn the palms away and stretch up. In your breathing. Release the hands, bring the arms behind, interlace the fingers, open through the shoulders. Pressing the heart forward, gaze is forward, curl the corners of your mouth up, just a small smile, and then smile with your eyes. And send that smile through your whole body as you release the hands, interlace the fingers in front of you. This time, you're just going to keep the palms facing you and then round into it, pressing through the knuckles. And by now, you've had enough of that toe squat. So go ahead and uncurl the toes, tap those toes onto the earth a few times to release. And coming into your bird dog, left leg long. Put a flex or a floint in that left foot, right arm. Now make sure you didn't lean right or left. Try to keep those hips nice and level. Right hip over right knee. And if the left knee was down, the left hip would be there. All right, so take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, crunch it and round it, bringing knee to elbow, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, lengthen, gaze at the front of the mat. And then exhale, curl it in, tuck chin to chest. Draw the navel in. Inhale, lengthen. Let's do that 1 more time. And because we're not going to do any full chaturangas today, let's do some baby chaturangas. Plant the palms, keep that left leg floating, keep the elbows drawn in, the eyes of the elbows are forward, and then down you go, forehead to the earth. That's 1, 2, 3. Keep the elbows in, belly strong, 4 and 5. Plant the left foot behind you, the ball of the left foot, and press through the left heel. Feel a stretch in the calf. And then release, come back to all 4s, wiggle it out. Prepare for the other side, okay? All right, so this time the right leg, either flexing through the right foot or a little floint, which is a point in the foot. The toes are flexed back, and then reach through that left arm. I'm gonna have to back up because a wall's in the way. There we go. Again, make sure your hips are level, belly's drawn in, pressing deeply through that right palm and extending up through the right shoulder. Keep the right shoulder away from the right ear. Inhale and crunch it in as you exhale. Tuck chin, draw navel in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, number 2. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. And number 3. Inhale, lengthen. I think we did 4 on the other side, so we're going to do another one. And inhale, lengthen. Plant the left palm. Get ready for those baby chaturangas. So draw the elbow, eyes towards the front of the mat. And forehead to the earth. Inhale, up. Exhale, 2. Up. Exhale, 3. Inhale, up. Exhale, 4. You got one more. Inhale, up. Exhale, 5. Inhale, up. And then plant that right foot. Press through the heel, getting a calf stretch here. All right, and then come back to all fours. Wiggle it out. Curl your toes under. Find your downward dog. Again, if it feels good, you can still pedal here. All right, and now take a big inhale, and as you exhale, walk those feet towards the palms, coming into let's do a dangle so the feet are a little wider, a little bent in the knees, grabbing opposite elbows. Swing side to side. And let's do some mini sun salutations. So take a half lift here. Bring the big toes together. Heels don't have to touch. Half lift. Shift the weight to the balls of the feet. Gaze off the top of your mat. Fold as you exhale. Let's do that half lift in. Inhale. Step the left foot back and come down into a low lunge. And I'm going to have a block on each side of my mat. So low lunge, right knee over right ankle. Back knee is back, so the back knee is not under the back hip. It's back, so you're feeling a nice stretch there. And then inhale those arms up. Take a breath here. Take a peek at that right knee. Make sure you can see your right big toe. If you can't, just move that right knee over a little bit, and that right knee is not going past the arch of the foot. Beautiful. Plant the palms, curl the left toes under, step it to a forward fold. Half lift inhale. Right foot steps back, low lunge, exhale. Again, same setup. Reach your arms up. Make sure you're feeling a stretch in that right front flexor. Take a peek down. Make sure you see the left big toe. If not, move that left knee over left a little bit. Plant the palms, curl the right toes under, step to a forward fold. Half lift inhale, step the left foot back, right foot forward. Same thing, arms up. This time, let's twist. Right arm behind, left arm out front. Put a smile on your face. You want to deepen it, take that left hand to the outer right thigh and the right hand to the outer left thigh. And then lengthen. Back to your twist. Come back to your low lunge. Plant the palms, curl the left toes under, step it to a forward fold. Half lift inhale, step the right foot back this time. Same thing on the left side. Come all the way up to begin with. And let's twist right arm out in front this time, left arm behind. If you want to deepen it, right hand to the outside of the left thigh, and then left arm to the outside of the right. And then lengthen, draw up out of the low back. And then come back to your twist. Back to your low lunge, plant the palms, curl the right toes under, step it to a forward fold. And let's do one more round. Half lift inhale, step the left foot back, low lunge, arms up high. Let's do a side bend this time. Right palm down on the earth or block, left arm up and over. Getting a stretch through that left side. Don't lose the integrity of that front knee. Both palms float. Palms to the earth, left toes curl under, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the right foot back, low lunge. Arms up. And then finding that side bend, left arm down, right arm up and over. That left hand can be on the earth or on the block. And then all the way up you go with an inhale, plant the palms, curl the toes under, step to a forward fold. Half lift inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms up, shift the weight to the heels. And then all the way down into your forward fold. Half lift inhale, step it back to your downward dog. Come up high on the toes with an inhale. All fours as you exhale into a puppy pose. So arms are long, hips are over knees. Stretch those arms. You can bring them out a little wider if the shoulders don't like the palms in front of the shoulders. So you can just bring them out into a little bit more of an angle. Let's get a twist in here. So tuck the left arm under, left shoulder, the earth, left ear. If it feels good, you can tuck the right arm behind. If that doesn't feel good, you don't have to do that. And the right fingers can grab hold of the left thigh. So we're not only creating energy, but creating an opening in the body with this little stretchy flow. Come back to your puppy pose. Both arms extend. And then this time we're going to tuck the right arm under. Thread the needle in your puppy. Right shoulder, right ear to the earth. Left arm can float behind. Left fingers can find inner right thigh. And then come back. And here from puppy pose, if you want to deepen stretch into your triceps, bring your hands to prayer. And then draw the thumbs to the shoulder blades, right between the shoulder blades. And lengthen the palms long, slide back to a modified hero's bow, hips to the heels, arms down by your side. And then plant the palms, press yourself up into that all fours position. Give yourself a couple of cycles of cat-cow just because that feels good. And then let's slide down to our belly, all the way down to our belly. I'm going to finish up with a few back bends and hip openers. So chin to the earth, palms by your side, palms press down. And then inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze, lift the arms, flatten the tops of the feet onto the earth. Use your erector spinae muscles along the spine to help you up into this pose. So back bend, it's a spinal strengthener. So these are very energizing, but do make sure you're breathing. And then lower the forehead, lower the palms. Chin to the earth. This time, inhale, lift the chest, lift the feet, keep the palms down. Notice the different muscles you're using in your back and where the strength is coming from. Maybe coming up a little higher, shoulders slide back and down, and then lower down. Chin to the earth. And then full locust pose. Inhale, everything comes up. Chin, chest, legs, toes reach back, fingers reach back. Reach beyond the fingers and toes. See if you can come up a little higher, but keep those shoulders away from the ears. And then all the way down. Rest on your left ear. Little break here. And then let's slide up into a Sphinx pose just for about 30 seconds. So walk those legs just a little closer. Tops of the feet are on the earth, elbows underneath the shoulders. And if you want a little bit more, you can bring those palms to the outer corners of your mat for seal pose, externally rotating those hands and then pressing up. And then all the way down you go. Palms under shoulders, press up and back into a quick child's pose. And then come all the way forward, curl those knees forward. Come in onto your bum. Bring the knees in, give yourself a hug here. And then come into a boat pose. So maybe you're balancing on your bum here with the knees in a little closer. Maybe you bind behind the thighs. Okay, I'm gonna floint the toes. And some people point, I like a little floint here. This activates my feet a little bit more, and then you can reach out. And then come down to a low boat, just float. Then back to a high boat. Bring your hands to prayer, and let's do some obliques. Draw up and out of that low back. Make sure this is not coming from your back, but from your abs and your obliques. 2 more each side. 1 more. Back to boat, and then sink into a bound angle. Bring the soles of the feet together, lengthen through the spine, and let yourself drop forward. And then slowly bring yourself all the way up. Bring those legs out into staff pose. Pull the flesh away from the sitting bones. Sit up nice and tall. And then let's find a Paschimottanasana. So start to sink forward. Again, you can always put your hips up on a folded blanket if your hips and calves are tight and your hamstrings. Otherwise, just find a long spine here, especially if you have any back challenges. But all means, if your back is willing, go ahead and round into it. And then slowly lengthen up. Let's turn it into a twist. Right knee bends, pick the right foot up, and place it on the other side of the left knee. Right arm behind, bring that left arm up, and then hook that elbow on the outer right thigh. Lengthen out at the low back and press through the crown of the head as the sitting bones root into the earth. And you can always just wrap here if the hook isn't accessible. Take 1 more big breath in, lengthen a little taller. Maybe that gaze goes over the right shoulder. Engage the navel as you transition to half cow face pose. And just stack that right knee on top of the left. This might be enough. You might be feeling that stretch underneath the left thigh and the hamstring, the calf, maybe even the bottom of the foot's feeling it. But if not, maybe you start to hinge forward a little bit. And we're only going to stay here for a few breaths just to give that hamstring a little stretch. Mine are extra tight today, especially that left side. Just notice that in your own body, and then just slide those shoulders down. And then come all the way up, plant your palms, double pigeon, stacking the shins. So it looks like this. If that's not accessible to you, easy seat with the right shin out in front, okay? So double pigeon, lengthen, inhale, exhale, curl yourself forward. And then let's come out of that. Sit for a breath or 2, nice and tall. And then plant your palms, and then let's switch. So bring the legs long, staff pose. And then this time, bend the left knee and twist. So bring the left arm behind, raise that right arm, hook the elbow on the outer left thigh and twist. Again, if you want to wrap the right arm around the left knee, you can, or you can just hook here. Bring that left shoulder down, lift out of the low back and twist. Maybe that gaze goes over that left shoulder. And then bringing that gaze back, transitioning to half cow, face stack the left knee on top. Again, if it doesn't sit all the way down and it's up a little. You can place a folded blanket between there. Take a big inhale. If this is enough, stay here to feel a little more stretch in the back of that right leg, down into the foot, especially if you have the toes flexed, hinge forward. And then press yourself up, coming into fire log, double pigeon, same thing. Again, if this is not in your practice to stack the shins one on top of the other with the ankles, left ankle over the right knee, then just sit in easy seat with the left shin out in front. Okay? And then start to walk yourself forward, feeling the stretch now, probably more in your left hip. And then come all the way up, plant your palms, untie the legs, bring the feet wide, do a few windshield wipers here. And finishing up our little flow, energizing flow with some stretching, we're going to go ahead and do a little seated breath. So find easy seat, Sukhasana, sit your hips up on a blanket if you need to. And let's close your eyes. Take a couple breaths here, palms face down in your lap. And allow the eyes to open. Let's do some right nostril breath just to bring that energy up, back in, that prana back in. So you can get ready for that burst of energy for the rest of your day if you're just waking up or whatever you need the energy for. So just make a soft fist, release the index finger and the middle finger and the thumb. And place those two fingers between your eyebrows. Take a big breath in through the nose. And then as you exhale, cover the left nostril with your ring finger and breathe out the right. In through the right. Close your eyes and out through the right. Keeping the left nostril covered. In through the right. And out through the right. In through the right. And out through the right. And continue. And you can have your left palm face up as a receptive gesture, more energizing gesture. Left palm is faced on your lap, placed down on your lap. And then release, place both palms, face up on the lap. Draw up out of the low back, bring your shoulders back and down, close the eyes, and just a few more cycles of breath. Out of both nostrils, in and out both nostrils. And then bring your hands to heart center. The light in me bows and honors to the light in you. And I'm grateful for you practicing with me today. Have a blessed day. Namaste.